Hi guys, it's Xeon here. I am back from seeing Rogue One. Before I continue with this video, I must let you know that this contains massive spoilers. If you haven't seen the film, please do not watch this video because it will ruin the film for you, and you don't need to have the film ruined for you because it's a great movie. So why am I doing a little video thing about the stuff that I didn't like about Rogue One? Well, we've got really slow internet where we are, and if I did a video that was like a full review of all the stuff I liked, all the stuff I didn't like, it would literally take a day to upload, and I don't have a day to wait for shit to fucking upload. So I'll just concentrate on the negative stuff because there's not that much of it, and it's also stuff where some people may kind of overlook it just because they're massively in love with Star Wars. And I'm massively in love with Star Wars, but yesterday when I watched it, there was some cunt behind me that was chewing away on popcorn, and it just really pissed me off and put me in the wrong fucking mood to watch it. Plus also the cinema was really badly lit. It was really bright on the walls and stuff, so you couldn't really focus properly, and I need it loud and it wasn't loud enough. But they are my own personal gripes. So let us begin. Number one, the main thing that I did not like was the lack of opening crawl. For fuck's sake, Disney, what the fuck were you thinking? You turd muffins. Jesus, it helps set the scene, it helps set the mood. I was sitting there waiting for the film to finish, waiting for the film to start, and this is after it had been on for a quarter of an hour, because it just didn't feel right. It didn't set the tone for the whole thing. I don't understand why you've admitted that when you've got a long time ago in a galaxy far away, and then it just starts. I just don't get that at all. Either create a whole new thing or just stick with what we know. And then there's the actual title itself, which was appalling. It just looked like the sort of shit that people were doing on the internet about fucking 20 years ago. I really hope that they sort that out by the time it comes out on the Blu-ray DVD. What else was there? I've got a couple of notes down there. Yeah, the lack of musical fanfare. I want to hear some fucking Star Wars music. I've gone to a Star Wars film. I want to hear Star Wars music. I don't know who the fuck you got to do the fucking score, but it was dog shit. It really was bad. It sounded like, right, when Star Wars first came out in '77, every sci-fi film that followed it basically had COD classical music playing over it, done by a B-rate composer. And that's exactly what this sounded like. There was no sort of distinct themes, and it just really lacked any impact. It was so unmemorable. Again, I wouldn't be surprised if they rescored it for the DVD. It was that bad. I'm not saying I could do any better. I couldn't. But, you know, I don't get paid however much that person got paid to write a fucking shit score. What's next? Alright, okay. This is big spoiler. So, if you've got this far thinking, what the fucking hell is this idiot going on about? Now, switch away. Otherwise, this will ruin stuff for you. Have you gone? Okay. Grand Moff Tarkin, Princess Leia. It's great seeing them, but the problem is the special effects just aren't quite there. They didn't quite sit in the whole film. If you've not seen it and you are stupid enough to be watching this, then basically what they've done, they've obviously got an actor, put the stupid little dots all over their face and then like glued Moff Tarkin digital mask on him. And when he's still, like, it looks really good, but when he talks it does the thing around the mouth that just isn't right. And it's not like when ladies have their fucking lips injected not right, it just doesn't move right, and he was moving also a bit clunky like that. And Peter Cushing was a very graceful fellow who recorded the Star Wars film whilst wearing slippers, so he walked in a particular way. So yeah, that wasn't very good. I don't know what they could have done differently there, because obviously I don't know the techniques involved, and it's incredibly clever, and for a moment you think, oh blimey, but then it kind of just doesn't sit right. So I guess for the story, Moff Tarkin had to be there. Leia didn't really need to be there, but for the story, Grand Moff Tarkin had to be there, and yeah, I don't know. They just could have found a better way to do it. Maybe he was having like going to a masquerade ball or something, and was wearing one of those masks throughout the whole thing. The final thing, Darth Vader. Wasn't it great to see Darth Vader? Well, yes or no. The problem is, Dave Prowse got a really bad rap from Lucasfilm, or he didn't get the kudos that I think he deserved from Lucasfilm, because he really made the Darth Vader character. When Darth Vader talked, the helmet wobbled a bit, like that. And he pointed a lot, he did lots of gesticulation. And the thing is, it was that helped make the character. Plus, he was a big guy and he had gravitas and he moved in a particular way. Whatever bloke it is they stuffed in that costume, he's just like, looks like one of the blokes that you see at the expos and Comic Cons where they walk around, and it just looks like a bloke in a Darth Vader costume rather than Darth Vader. There was one bit where it was focusing on his face and he's waffling away, blah, 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 but his head's like perfectly still. Whereas, no, Dave Prowse would be wobbling his head about, speaking in Cornish underneath the helmet. So, or Bristolian, sorry. So, yeah, okay, so that's a little bit of a gripe about Darth Vader. Plus, James Earl Jones was really over-enunciating every single word. Darth Vader had got very, very posh all of a sudden, and yet in like 10 minutes time when A New Hope has started, then Darth Vader's back to being the lovable Darth Vader that he always was. So you'd think that the director would have said to James L. Jones, hey, fucking tone it down a little bit. Go and watch some of the old movies and then come back to us with a proper reading. And finally, although I absolutely loved, and I really did genuinely love seeing Darth Vader doing all these like swoosh, swoosh, swoosh at the end and chopping up all the rebels and stuff, where was this 10 minutes later when A New Hope started? Did he run out of puff? Did he hurt his back and he couldn't be asked anymore? And when you look at the fight between him and Obi-Wan on the Death Star, he's there and he's just boom, zoom. Whereas like half an hour earlier, he's swash, wish, wash, whoosh, whoosh, stab. So, yeah, bit of inconsistency there, but these are the minor, tiniest, teeniest little gripes, because other than that, it is a fucking great movie. And a cunt that sat behind me eating a fucking popcorn. Listen, if you insist on having a whole giant bucket of popcorn that you have to fucking shovel in your face while you're watching a film, at least do it quietly and maybe suck on the little things rather than chewing them. Well, I'd love to know what you thought. If you've seen Rogue One, let me know what you thought about it below. Do you agree with what I've said? Remember, I did like the film. So me banging on about the stuff I didn't like is just, you know, for the fuck of it. I want to hear what you guys think. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, do the subscribe stuff, and that's probably about it. I'll see you again. Ta-ta!
Okay, you Star Wars fucks, listen to me. We want to see that fucking Rogue One trailer and we want to fucking see it now. If you don't, this little cunt is going to get his robotic head blown off. Don't believe me? He's already missing a fucking arm.